Okay, we're moving on to chapter 7, which is all about exponents and exponential functions. So first we're going to just remind ourselves what exponents mean. So if we've got 3 to the power of 4, this means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, right? And so if we multiplied all of that out, we would get 81. So in fact, 3 to the 4th is equal to 81. Okay, so let's kind of look at this pattern with powers of 2, say. So let's start with 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the first power, 2 to the 0th power, and then we're going to look at negative powers and really try to continue this pattern. So 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Two squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 to the first power is just a 2. So notice the pattern here. In fact, we're dividing by 2 to get to the next term, right? If you were going up, you could see we would multiplying by 2. Okay, so if we continue that and divide by 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, meaning that 2 to the 0 must be equal to 1. And that's true for anything to the power of 0. So let's write that in a note here. Any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1, always. Okay, let's continue with our pattern here. So if we divide by 2 again, 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. So 2 to the negative 1 is 1/2. 2 to the negative 2, if we divide by 2 again, we get 1/4. And then we'll get 1/8. So what's going on here is if we've got, say, any number, to the power of negative 3, this means 1 over a to the 3rd. Okay, so in general, a to the negative n is 1 over a to the power of n. That's how negative exponents work. So let's practice this just a little bit using this new rule that we have. So we're going to simplify. So if we've got, say, 5 to the negative 2, well, that's the same as 1 over 5 squared, which is 1 over 25. What about negative 5 to the power of 0? Well, we know from our rule anything to the power of 0 is 1. Let's make sure we understand negative numbers, though. What if we say negative 5 quantity squared? Well, that means negative 5 times negative 5, which is a positive 25. So let's just make sure we understand the difference between that and negative 5 squared, because here the negative sign is not part of what's being squared. So this is negative 5 times 5, which is going to be negative 25. So make sure you notice the difference between these two.